Just 3 points separating Southern California Seahorses and SF City FC, now in their 12th game of the year here in the Southwest Division of the Western Conference of the PDL. My name is Charles Wollin, and we've got this game live for you right here in the heart of San Francisco, and it is next. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to about a 6 past the hour from 1 p.m. kickoff time on a gorgeous day in San Francisco. It is 66 degrees here in the city today as we are on the edge of the Haight-Ashbury area historic Kezar Stadium. We'll give you the lineup for Southern California Seahorses. They lost to the SF Glens on Friday evening at a 5:30 p.m. fixture, almost kind of a tea time fixture. They line up in a 4-3-3. Daniel Christensen is the goalkeeper. Ari Claro, Ben Burns, Takeo Lobsinger, and Ray Estrada along the back line. In central midfield, it's Riley Waldeck and Derek Waldeck, joined by Jose Garfias. On the right side is Malik Shahid. On the left side, Elijah Gear. And the center forward is Tariq Branch. For SF City FC, there is an unchanged side from the side that went ahead and defeated the Santa Cruz Breakers last week. Charlie Führer is the goalkeeper. Barry McCabe captains the side today. He'll be at right back. Robert Hines II and Taiki Kajitani, the two center backs. And at left back is Tanner Beeson. In front of them is Jonathan Partida, Ashish Chadha, and Mark Joshua. The front three is headed up by Ryder Bell, Gerardo Mendoza, and Kei Tamazawa today. The teams are going through their final preparations here and getting ready for kickoff. 3 points just separating the teams as they are out and on the field now, of course, as I just said. SF City, 10 points on the year, 3 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. Really hasn't gone towards their favor this year, as in previous seasons where they've challenged for a playoff place. For the Southern California Seahorses, just 3 points above SF City, 4 wins, 6 losses, and 1 tie on 13 points. We'll see if SF City can kind of close the gap today on that, and we'll see if Southern California Seahorses can end up as a kind of mid-table side, as well as SF City. If they win today and they go ahead and defeat SF Glens in the derby match on Thursday, they'll end up with 16 points, good enough for mid-table here. Golden State Force, they've already ran away with the title of the Southwest Division on 34 points, 11 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And we have kicked off here at Kezar Stadium. SF City wearing a iron and gold kit, the gold tops and gold socks, iron shorts today. And for the Southern California Seahorses, all navy kits with a white lining on the shoulders as well. The ball is with Taiki Kajitani, who gets the ball into the feet of Partida, who gets a small touch, and back to Kajitani for the goalkeeper today. He was really, really awesome last week for SF City. SF City gone through their fair share of goalkeepers this season, as they've had 4 to 5 goalkeepers in net this year. Throw in for SF City, just around central midfield. Here in the first minute, going to be taken by Tanner Beeson, playing at left back today. The Stanford University standout has 1 more year left at Stanford. 3 national championships in a row for Tanner Beeson. There's 2 other Stanford lads in the side today, in Kei Tamazawa and Mark Joshua. So no shortage of championship pedigree for SF City FC. Ball caught by Führer and out to his right for Robert Hines II. And he's just at the top of the 18, exchanges a pass with Kajitani, and then over to the left side for Beeson. Beeson's touch into the feet of Chadha, who's in the central midfield channel, and then goes out wide right to find Hines. Hines now on the ball. Long ball over the top, looking for Tamazawa, and then collected by the goalkeeper, Daniel Christensen, who comes out to collect here. Long ball by the goalkeeper. McCabe struggles to deal with it, and then Hines is right there to help him out and be able to make the tackle. Ball bouncing around in now with the Southern California Seahorses. The ball over from the left to the right for Ray Estrada, and he can't hang on. Brought down by Beeson. Kajitani all the way back to goalkeeper Furr. Furr with kind of a weird touch back to Kajitani as SF City looks to clear their lines. And a foul in the left channel on Kei Tamazawa leads to an SF City free kick just in front of their bench. And corner kick now for the Southern California Seahorses as a mix-up in the back line between some of the players of SF City, and now it's going to be a corner kick in the 4th minute. It is SF City 0, Southern California Seahorses 0. They are setting a plethora of their players into the box here. It's a short corner. It's on here, though, for Derek Waldeck, and he misses his kick and cleared away by Robert Hines. Ball on the left side with Ryder Bell. A lot of switching in that front three for SF City today. Now in central midfield through the feet of Ari Claro for Southern California, but one back by SF City, and Tanner Beeson on the left. Overlapping run on his left through the feet of Ryder Bell. Bell crosses the ball in, dealt with by the Seahorse back line, and they look to get out of this through Jose Garfias. Garfias wins back possession, plays the ball into the feet of Riley Waldeck. Waldeck's pass cut out, though, by Beeson. In the back line with Hines. Hines all the way back to the goalkeeper. Fuhrer, who is shouting at the top of his lungs, organizing his troops. And into the feet of Kajitani. His ball over the top for Mark Joshua. And he does get a touch to it, and so it's going to be a Southern California throw-in. SF City is thrilled to have MoviePass as the title partner for the 2018 season. Love movies? Sign up for MoviePass now and see a movie for only $9.95 a month. Here on the 5th minute at Kezar Stadium, Charles Wollin with you. It is SF City FC 0, Southern California 0. Southern California with possession in their back line. Long ball out of the back by Takoa Lobsinger. And from the right to the left, but Tanner Beeson is right there. His ball down the sideline for Kei Tamazawa. And as he loses out possession, there's a foul on Ray Estrada. And as Ray Estrada takes his time getting up, it's going to be a Southern California free kick here. So it's in their half, just around 15 yards south of the center line. Ben Burns' ball over the top, dealt with by Robert Hines. Brought down by Derek Waldeck. Derek Waldeck's ball for Tariq Branch, the top of the 18, but SF City is able to maintain possession and win it back. But the ball finds its way all the way to the left side. And as SF City tries to clear, it's going to be a Southern California throw. With a personal loan from Freedom Plus, you could score any goal. From paying off credit card debt to financing a home renovation, flexible terms on fixable rate loans up to $35,000 are available now. Find out how much you could qualify for. Visit freedomplus.com to get your free no-risk quote. Freedom Plus A+, rated by the Better Business Bureau and a proud supporter of SF City. 7th minute. San Francisco 0, Southern California 0. Overlapping run on the right side for Gerardo Mendoza, who's in the Southern California final third. Ball stolen away from him by Ari Claro, and then he coughs it up, and the ball finds its way into the feet of Ryder Bell, who's tripped up outside the 18. Free kick for SF City. Again, these two teams just separated by 3 points. I'm sure they'd like to end the season each with a win. Southern California defeated SF City 2-0. The first game of the year, just around 2 months ago. It's going to be Ashish Chadha to take this free kick. 2 weeks ago, he had a stunning free kick. He'll be attending USF in the fall. 4 men in the wall. It's Ashish Chadha bouncing around, doesn't meet the goalkeeper. Hines to the end line, outside the box to Tamazawa, who curls the ball in. And Daniel Christensen, the goalkeeper, is right there for the Seahorses. His throw right out to Ben Burns. Ben Burns, his ball on the ground, doesn't find one of his central midfield teammates. So SF City recovers. Beeson, his ball over the top. Looking for Tamazawa, who's not in that space. Rushing out of his goal is Daniel Christensen for Southern California. Seahorses defeating SF City earlier in the year. This is the reverse fixture of this tie. Tamazawa inside Southern California half, and tripped up is Partida. And so Partida and SF City will have a free kick just north of the center line here. Taken quickly by Beeson. Beeson from the left to the right for McCabe. McCabe cutting inward. McCabe for Chadha. McCabe, a couple 1-2s here. Barry McCabe with the shot, and Barry McCabe with a goal for SF City FC. A couple of 1-2s, but Barry McCabe, outstretched hands, runs right over to the supporters. And in the 10th minute, SF City with a dream start. The right back, Barry McCabe, making it happen for SF City FC. The captain on the day. Couple of 1-2s into the final third, continuing his run. And what a goal by Barry McCabe. San Francisco 1, Southern California 0. Well, that will delight the fans because SF City has played down most of this year. Used to conceding the first goal. And that is a big goal here in this opening 10 minutes. The wind at their sails now to see how they respond. Mark Joshua with possession in the City half. A diagonal for Ryder Bell. The goalkeeper runs out, comes off of the face of Ryder Bell, still trying to win back possession, but Ray Estrada does from his right back position. Garfias, central midfield. Brought down by Beeson. Beeson looking for the return run of Tamazawa. And now a diagonal for Tariq Branch. And Tariq Branch has quite the pace in the right corner. Tariq Branch plays the ball back into the feet of Garfias, who's playing as an attacking midfielder today. Hines slips, and the ball is in the back of the net for Southern California. A quick goal on the counterattack. The ball was sent into the corner for Tariq Branch. Crossed on in, and Hines slipped. And as he did, Waldeck passing the ball off there. I believe it was Elijah Gear. Malik Shaheed with the goal. A 1-1. 12th minute, so quite the response. Oh, game on here. Both teams have started quick. It was just a long ball to Tariq Branch in the corner. And Tariq Branch's ball, the cross. Hines slipped. Derek Waldeck had possession. And then he laid it off for Malik Shaheed Malik Shahid with a goal. A great one there. And he did very well. Now, ball at the top of the 18 with Mendoza. Laid off here for Mark Joshua. And then for Ryder Bell, who takes the shot, and it's high and wide. Goal kick. But SF City finding their way into the final third very quickly. And why not? Fans visit Street Soccer Park at 200 Terry Francois Boulevard by AT&T Park. The small community-side soccer complex offers weekly pickup games for youth and adults, as well as soccer classes for kids 18 months to 12 years old. Find out more at streetsoccerpark.com. And remember to show your SF City member card for discounts on pickup games and league fees. Back here at Kezar Stadium, 13th minute. San Francisco 1, Southern California 1. 2 goals by each side within the first minute and a half of each other after the 10-minute mark. Brilliant stuff. And you could clearly notice and tell that both teams don't want to kind of end the year on a weird kind of hoodoo or bad note. They both want to end it well. Just 3 points separating the two sides as well. And so that is big time. Got to make sure that they want to end on a good note for the fans and for their own right, because a lot of these lads will go back and play college soccer or for community colleges, or kind of continue working their way up the semi-pro ranks to maybe pro ranks one day. And so this is important for them to make sure that they get their final good matches in here over the summer. And that's really what the PDL is, the path to pro. Here, just south of 15 minutes in, 1-1 your score. What a gorgeous day here in San Francisco. 66 degrees here on the corner of Haight and Ashbury as it meets Lincoln and Frederick Streets. Of course, the Summer of Love celebrating its 41st anniversary. 40th anniversary was last year. Summer of Love, when all sorts of folks used to come to Haight from across the country and celebrate good live music, a different kind of way of thinking. Corner kick now for Southern California here in the 15th minute. SF City supporters out in full force today. Very, very loud. Some of the loudest chants I've heard from them. All sorts of flags waving, including Big Bertha, which is my favorite flag, which is the SF City logo, the largest flag of them all. Rainbow flag out there, iron and gold flag. Got a different pigeon flag. And Danny Kirkland, that plays for this SF City side, his brother made a Sheffield United and SF City flag. They're from Sheffield. Danny Kirkland was born in Sheffield in Northern England. So there's an England flag with an England St. George's cross, and then an SF City logo and a Sheffield United logo. Second corner kick in succession here for Southern California in the 16th minute. Thank you so much for joining us here on a Sunday afternoon. I know you got lots of options. Another corner kick. It's going to be an in-swinging corner here. It's taken by Derek Waldeck into the area, and then Tanner Beeson is right there pushing folks away. Ball sent back in. SF City struggling to clear. Top of the 18, and now finds its way all the way back at the right back spot, but in the SF City half. And as the ball sails down the right channel for Southern California, SF City still trying to clear, and they finally do through Ashish Chadha. Ashish Chadha's ball into the central midfield channel. Tomazawa, his ball down the left sideline, looking for Mendoza, is collected by Christensen. SF City trying to break a little bit there and trying to make sure they get through to Southern California. See if they can break. But here comes Southern California through the feet of Tariq Branch, his cross. And it was his cross that led to the goal earlier. And he is a threat. Tariq Branch, probably the quickest man on the field. He's got quite the wheels. SF City defending and winning the ball off of center back Ben Burns. The ball sent on the left side, though, for Mendoza, and it was Mendoza who won back possession. He'll win a throw in front of the Southern California bench. 1-1 the score here. San Francisco 1, Southern California 1. Both sides exchanging a goal within a minute and a half of one another. Tamazawa looking for Chata. Chata down the sideline. Shielded well, though, by the right back, Ray Estrada, and he's fouled. The fans loving the occasion today. Absolutely loving the occasion. You get a chance to come out to one of these SF City games. The supporters are unrivaled and unmatched. And I've definitely commentated quite a few teams in my time, and the creativity and genuine original nature of the Northsiders is something to really write home about, because all the different kinds of flags, all the different kinds of people, and the songs are brilliant indeed. As well as there's a local beer sponsor that sponsors these matches, and that is Standard Deviant Brewing Company. Ball now on the end line with Ryder Bell. It looks like it just went over the end line, so it's going to be a corner kick for SF City FC. 19th minute. Quick quarter, though, to McCabe outside the 18. Tries to pass the ball into the area, looking for Chata, cleared away by Southern California. Free kick now for SF City. Throw in for McCabe. McCabe for Partida. Partida, who switches the field for Beeson. Beeson taking his time and finds Taiki Kajitani. Backline for SF City. Just one small mistake by Hines, but has been really good today so far. Tamazawa on the left channel for Beeson, exchanging passes. Mark Joshua with possession, and he loses out because he tries to find Partida, and now Southern California here on the break. Through the feet of Jose Garfias on the right. And going to ground quickly as Mark Joshua makes a tackle in front of the SF City bench. And now it'll be a throw-in. Here in the 20th minute. Again, San Francisco 1, Southern California 1. And off of the throw-in, missed touch by Riley Waldeck leads to a San Francisco goal kick. Again, Charlie Fuhrer, the goalkeeper, second game in succession. It was really sturdy last week for SF City. And again, SF City has gone through 3 goalkeepers before finding him. And last week, they beat a Santa Cruz Breakers side who was second in the table. SF City 9th in the table out of 9. And so last week was quite the result for them. Again, Santa Cruz Breakers, who was last week's opponent. They've been climbing up the table ever so surely. And so they are in second place. The top 2 teams going to a playoff. Golden State Force, the top team in the division that has been absolutely outstanding. Just running away with the title. And now Mendoza switching the ball from the right to the left. Finds the feet of Beeson, who's just north of the center line in Southern California territory. His diagonal for Mark Joshua gets a first touch and a nice little shot on goal, but it goes off of a Southern California defender for a quarter. Chata will take this one. Well worked by SF City. SF City a chance to finish with 16 points. If they can win today and win on Thursday, maybe finish mid-table today. Mid-table this year. Just 13 games, the PDL, between all these teams. So a very short season. I know there's been rumors of, hey, let's extend the season, or why isn't the season longer? And SF City now in their 3rd year in the PDL. Maybe looking to make a playoff push one day. Obviously, this year not in the cards, but again, having a small run in the Open Cup, beating Aguiluchos from across the bay as Partida wins back possession for SF City. He finds McCabe at the right back spot. He's in his half, looks for a diagonal, finds Mendoza, and he's just a bit off balance, so collected by goalkeeper Christensen. The wind, not too much of a factor so far today, but usually is a factor. Partida with the header. Beeson with another header. Brought down, though, by Garfius. Mendoza. And Mendoza won back possession, and he was looking to spring Ryder Bell, who's playing center forward today. Hines for Mendoza. Mendoza can't get to it, unfortunately. It's going to be a throw-in now for SF City. Going to be Barry McCabe. McCabe for Joshua. Back to the feet of McCabe, who switches the field. 23rd minute. San Francisco 1, Southern California 1. Charles Wollin with you here at Kezar Stadium. Tomazawa getting a touch, exchanging a pass with Ryder Bell, working his way at the top of the 18. Ryder Bell at the top of the 18, trying to find Mark Joshua. On the turn, though, he finds Partida, and a lot of traffic in there, and it's finally won back by Southern California. Looking to make the tackle is Beeson, and finally Southern California gets to clear, but so too there is Chata right in front of the back three, as Beeson was all the way up the left side. Taiki Kajitani now with possession. And now Partida. Partida for Beeson on the left side. Beeson, who really just takes no prisoner for granted. The guy makes tackles left and right. One of the most intense players that you'll ever see. Now, quick 1-2 by Mendoza for Joshua. Joshua trying to rout his last defender, but it's cut out by Southern California. Here they come, though, down the left side through the feet of none other than Tariq Branch, who has really been exceptional and been a nice attacking spot for Southern California. Throw in for them, far side, just around the center line or so. Again, Southern California won this game earlier in the season in Southern California. This is the reverse fixture of the two teams playing a home and away in the Southwestern Division of the Western Conference. Folks, go ahead and join us for the next match here at Kezar Stadium as San Francisco City FC takes on San Francisco Glens in the San Francisco Derby on July 12th at 7 p.m. at Kezar Stadium. Tickets are on sale now at sfcityfc.com/tickets. And SF City defeating the Glens at their home ground, Boxer Stadium, 2-1, which was their first victory on the year. And I'm sure the fans would be delighted with another potential victory against the Glens. And I know the Glens will be up for it too. And so they'll certainly want to be on their game. That's a Thursday evening fixture. No World Cup games on that day or on Friday morning. So you can either tune into our broadcast, which will be on BayOSN, the Bay Area Online Sports Network, with video and a couple camera angles. And you can listen to myself there, or you can tune me out if you don't like me either, and that's totally okay as well. This is McCabe on the right side. McCabe into the area. McCabe exchanging another pass with Tomazawa to the outside, though. Lines it up for Partida outside the 18. Partida shot! Oh, and what a goal by Jonathan Partida for SF City FC! Started again by Barry McCabe, the captain. Couple of 1-2s. But he lines it outside the 18, teeing it up for Jonathan Partida. And what a goal. You call that a golazo. Jonathan Partida with a stunning goal in the 27th minute. San Francisco 2, Southern California 1. Doesn't get much better than that. What a strike by Jonathan Partida. Well, again, it was the run from McCabe from the right back position. He exchanged a pass inside the 18, got the ball back, and then moved the ball from the right channel to the center part of the field. And Jonathan Partida was lining up maybe about 24 yards away outside the 18. But he hit that one with pace, with verve, and with passion. And Partida, who's been a mainstay in this SF City side, the San Jose State midfielder, he deserves that goal because of his hard work rate. Usually he plays in the holding midfield position, just in front of the back four. You don't usually see players score those kind of goals, but an amazing, amazing strike. Probably a candidate for goal of the year for SF City and their sake. And a push in the back leads to an SF City free kick in the Southern California final third on the left channel. It'll be taken by Chada. And Partida with such a strike. Beautiful, beautiful goal by Jonathan Partida. He ran right over to the bench, hands outstretched. Chada now, a quick ball low and on the ground, overlapping run. Who beat the wall was Tabazawa and cleared away by Southern California. Ball crossed on in by Beeson, kept in by Partida, just outside the 18 again with Mendoza. Partida won back possession for a second. Free kick to Southern California. On the right side with Ray Estrada. Estrada for Beeson. Beeson into the feet of Partida. Partida back for Joshua. And SF City a chance to break on the left. Tamazawa running from the left channel to the right. And someone got upended in that sequence. And so it's a free kick here now. 29th minute going on the 30th minute at Kezar Stadium. San Francisco 2, Southern California 1. Goals by Barry McCabe and Jonathan Partida for SF City. Sandwiched in between a goal by Malik Shahid. And Southern California, they were able to equalize right away, right after SF City scored. So we'll have to see how they respond. It was a quick response. Throw in on the far side for Southern California off of the free kick. 30th minute now. Long ball down the sideline. Taken by Hines with the header. Brought down by McCabe on the right side. Kajitani marshals it out for a throw-in for Southern California deep in the SF City half. So this is an area where they could penetrate SF City. Let's see what they've got on here. 31st minute. Headed away by Robert Hines. Teed up, though, for Riley Waldeck. And Waldeck's ball doesn't get all the way through. Caught by the SF City back line. Kajitani now all the way back to goalkeeper. Furr down the right side for Mendoza, who won the header. He didn't even know he won it. Now sprung on for Ryder Bell. And on the left side, overlapping is Tabazawa. Wants to break it back to his right foot. And Southern California deals with it. Chada, though, top of the 18, wins it back. Chada for Tabazawa again, who lays off on the left side for Ryder Bell. End line, his little chip. Oh, it hits the post. And it's caught by Daniel Christensen. Mark Joshua with the header off of the post. And Mark Christensen, the goalkeeper, is right there. SF City with a brilliant build-up again, though. Looking very much the part today, inspired by a victory last week. And again, if you're SF City, I know the results haven't really gone the way that you've wished that they've been, but it's a chance to end the season well and keep it positive. Ryder Bell wins back possession, has Mendoza just outside the 18, and a nice tackle at the last minute by Dakota Lobsinger. And as the Seahorses try to clear, they can't. And the ball's on the end line with Ryder Bell, just outside the 18 for Chada. Chada with possession now for SF City. Chada working his way through, but he plays the ball right into the hands of Jose Garfias. And Garfias, who is one of the Seahorses' better players, kicks the ball out for an SF City throw. 33rd minute here in San Francisco at historic Kezar Stadium. Quick throw in by Beeson. SF City looking to switch the field. Chada from the center channel to McCabe. Brought down by Hines. Hines for Mendoza. SF City with possession through the feet of McCabe. And now Partida, the goal scorer. Mendoza with possession just outside the 18. Ball chipped in. Falls for Hines. Hines headed on for Mendoza. His little chip into the area. And coming out is Christensen to win the ball in his hands, his sturdy hands today. 34th minute. Christensen down the field, goes over everyone's head, and guess who's there? Charlie Furrer. So goalkeeper to goalkeeper. They're both wearing line kits today, so bright neon green, as the referee is wearing neon blue, and Southern California wearing navy today, with SF City, of course, wearing the iron and gold. So neon green brother to neon green brother, and out of the back, it's Furrer down the field. Comes off of a Southern California player. It's going to be a throw-in for SF City. Switching the field is Partida. Partida for Beeson. Beeson's ball. Over the top for Ryder Bell. He's able to get there on the left channel. Can he keep it in at the end line? Yes, he can. But his cross low and on the ground and right to Daniel Christensen. 35th minute. San Francisco 1, Southern California 1. With a personal loan from Freedom Plus, you could score any goal, from paying off credit card debt to financing a home renovation. Flexible terms on fixable rate loans up to $35K are available now. Find out how much you could qualify for. Visit freedomplus.com to get your free no-risk quote. Freedom Plus, A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and a proud supporter of SF City FC. And as I'm reading that, Gerardo Mendoza picks the ball off of the back line of Southern California, and he scores a goal for SF City FC. Mendoza, who was bearing down on goal there. It is now San Francisco 3, Southern California 1. 36th minute. 3 goals in the first half for SF City. They have to be happy with that. And when I mean happy, very happy. SF City, as I had mentioned, usually has been playing from behind this year. Quick kickoff, though. And the ball spread from the center channel to the left. And SF City's back line able to deal with it. And talking with Charlie Furrer. And it's going to be a goal kick. Just coming up on around 10 minutes to halftime. SF City, proud to partner with Hostling International for the 2018 season. Hostling International believes that exploration and travel lead to a better understanding of other cultures, and in turn, that creates a peaceful, smarter, and more tolerant world. This is and has been the Hostling International motto for almost 100 years. Jose Garfias looking for the space for Tariq Branch. And as he does, can't find him. Finds the gap, and it's going to be a goal kick for SF City. In the astute hands of Charlie Furrer, again going into his junior year at Stanford University, the back-to-back national champion Stanford University, I might add. 3 Stanford players in this San Francisco squad today. Führer, Mark Joshua, and Kei Tamazawa. Excuse me, a 4th, Tanner Beeson as well. So very much a cardinal look of the whole brand of this. So Coach Jeremy Gunn must be pretty pleased and proud to send his players every summer to SF City. And Coach Patty Coyne for SF City has relationships with college coaches across the Bay Area to recruit some of these players to play for SF City in this wonderful stadium with these amazing, amazing, amazing fans and supporters that really, truly care, because the fans own the team. This is a supporter-owned club, SF City FC. 51% of the club is owned by the fans. 49% is a minority investor and has come together to help SF City kind of climb up the ranks to become pro. .38th minute, going on 39th. Ball with Beeson on the left side, who's in the Southern California half, for Ryder Bell, who lays off for Kei Tamazawa. Tamazawa's ball low and on the ground, looking for the diagonal, and cannot find him. All the way back to goalkeeper Christensen. SF City throw it for Partida, and he misses out. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side for Southern California. San Francisco has really been in the driver's seat in this match. Again, their 3 goals and their response after the first goal kind of setting this thing aloft. Really in gear number 3 or 4 today, and really taking it to the Southern California side. Again, it's really an unchanged side from the side that defeated Santa Cruz last week. There's only one change, in fact, and it was Jesse Stafford-Lacey. Offside flag is raised. 40th minute. San Francisco 3, Southern California 1. And the fans, of course, shouting when the ball is played over and over again to try to get that installed or instilled, if you will, in the assistant referee's head. And is one of the chants that has been around for about four years that the Northsiders have been around, when the ball is played over and over again for the assistant referee. Of course, there's no VAR here, but much made about the controversial video assistance. But I think it's been good for the World Cup. And if you've been watching any of those matches, certainly that is something that will continue to be part of the game. Of course, we don't want a ton of stoppages because we just want to watch the game and want to be able to commentate the match. And the fans want to be able to watch the match. And so there were a game or two that had a few stoppages, but the less stoppages, the better. And the more help these referees can get, the better. Now, this is Partida, the goal scorer of the second goal for SF City. Off to the right side for Ryder Bell. Shot low and on the ground by Mendoza, and it goes wide for SF City. A build-up in central midfield by Chana, and played the ball into the feet of Bell. Bell was able to get there and lay off for Mendoza. Just a quick 1-2 into the final third, and SF City did well. Quick goal kick, though, by Christensen. He's got the wind with him. Wind blowing from the west to the east. Diagonal by Beeson, looking for Bell, cannot find him. In central midfield, though, is Riley Waldeck. His ball over the top for Tariq Braj. Tariq Braj beats Kajitani, but not all the way through. Partida on the sideline, and as he does, he wins, an SF City throw for Beeson. So throw in for SF City, deep in the city half. Headed on by Mark Joshua, and headed from the center channel to the left by Ashish Chadha. Ball won back, though, by Robert Hines, who lays off to the right for Gerardo Mendoza. 42nd minute. SF City a chance to break through Tamazawa, who's cutting on his run from the left to the center channel. Tamazawa. 1-2 with Mark Joshua. Tamazawa, and his shot low and on the ground, caught by Christensen. He did well, Christensen. 43rd minute, just a minute or two till halftime now, plus maybe a stoppage of play. Ball way over the top, dealt with by Katatani, who's able to get his header there. Can McCabe follow suit and not concede a corner? And it's going to be a throw-in for Southern California deep in the SF City half. Is there something left before the end of the first half for Southern California here in this 43rd minute? And not a good throw-in, and SF City wins a throw themselves. Throw in by McCabe. He was looking for Mark Joshua, and a push in the back there. And so it is going to be a free kick here to Southern California. Ball on the left side through the feet of Elijah Gear. Excuse me, Malik Shaheed, the goal scorer for Southern California. SF City a chance to break now. Game kind of getting stretched these last couple of minutes. Ball sent down the right sideline for Ryder Bell, and he wins the throw as the goalkeeper comes out to make a save. SF City with a chance here. Quick throw-in. Deep inside the Southern California half for Joshua. And it's going to be a Southern California goal kick. 44th minute, San Francisco 3, Southern California 1. Out of the back. The ball from Christensen to Ben Burns. Ben Burns into the feet of Riley Waldeck. Waldeck, there's two of them on the field, Riley and Derek today. It was Riley's assist that led to the goal for Southern California. They both play in this three-man system in central midfield, a similar 4-3-3 that SF City plays. Very similar tactics, but SF City's found the net a few more times. 45th minute now, so 44-25 on the clock. Just waiting on maybe a minute or two of stoppage time as Kajetani makes a crunching tackle on Elijah Gear, who was in his way trying to get into the final third. And a quick throw-in for Tariq Branch that was on his horse. He was able to beat Robert Hines for a second, but Hines was able to come back, win the tackle, and it's a Southern California throw. Meanwhile, the clock is on 45. Ray Estrada and Tariq Branch at the end line, and a goal kick. So it comes off of his boot there. The stoppage time of this first half here on YouTube. And that is the end of the first half. SF City with a quick goal in the opening 10 minutes of this game by Barry McCabe, only to be answered back, though, by Malik Shaheed as Robert Hines slipped on a cross by Tariq Branch, was laid off by Derek Waldeck for Shaheed. But SF City, they got back into their gears, and Jonathan Partida may have scored the goal of the season, as SF City is concerned, from about 25 yards away at the top of the 18 for San Francisco. And Gerardo Mendoza added another as he picked the ball off the back four from Southern California. So at the break here on YouTube, it is SF City 3, Southern California 1. We'll be back with the second half and all that and more after this. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back in a bit.
Fans were thrilled to have no impact of our title partners in the 2018 season. You love Fans have got a big round of applause for this dog from Wollin. In fact, we're proud to partner with Wollin International for the 2018 season. Wollin believes that exploration and travel lead to better understanding of the cultures, and that in turn creates a peaceful, harder, more tolerant world. It is been our mission for almost 100 years. Wollin International. Habitat for Humanity is a San Francisco mission to provide families with springboard stable futures through affordable homeownership and neighborhood revitalization. They've built 248 homes on 10 sites all across the Bay Area. They also provide critical home repairs for local families, and they utilize clean parks and gardens, making it safer and more accessible for all. Habitat for Humanity relies on more than 7,000 volunteers like you to help make that happen. Habitat for Humanity. we're about to begin the second half of play. The score here at Kezar Stadium, SF City 3, California 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kezar Stadium here in San Francisco, California. Charles Wollin with you here on the call. San Francisco leading Southern California by a score of 3-1. Goals from Barry McCabe, Jonathan Partida that scored a wonder strike earlier in the first half, and Gerardo Mendoza has the wind in the sails for SF City FC, bottom of the Southwestern Division and looking to climb a little bit and end the season on a high note. For Southern California, it's the same story, just 3 points separating the two sides, as we had said earlier in this broadcast, and Southern California winning this fixture earlier in the year, the first game of the 2018 PDL year. Beeson with possession for San Francisco into central midfield for Ashish Chadha, who then plays Robert Hines II, and then back into central midfield. The ball sprayed out to the left for Beeson, the Stanford man. Overlapping run here for Tomazawa. He's at the corner flag. Back onto his right foot. Tomazawa into the feet of Beeson. Beeson takes a nice touch and gets to the corner flag, crosses the ball in, and on the far side, comes off of the bar. The shot by Chadha, he did well. It was headed on for Chadha as well. McCabe trying to keep possession for SF City. Brought down again in central midfield for Southern California as they look to kind of get a little bit of breathing room. SF City all over them here in this first minute. Southern California trying to see if they can get a foothold back in this match, as SF City has firmly stamped their mark in this game, especially in the first half, scoring that goal and then conceding about a minute and a half after, and then scoring 2 more. Haven't really looked too much in trouble, but if you're Southern California, you want to try to get the ball to Tariq Branch as much as possible. Try to feed off of his energy, his pace as that center forward, and utilize him a little bit more in between the San Francisco back lines as the spaces open up. Free kick now for SF City FC. Going to be taken by Charlie Führer, who again has taken the reins of this SF City side as the number 1. Again, there's been a lot of kind of mixing and matching of goalkeepers, but stamping his mark, the Stanford man. Again, 4 Stanford players in this San Francisco City FC side. A lot of championship pedigree. 3 national championships in a row. Free kick for SF City. It's going to be taken by Chadha. 2 men in the wall. It's going to be an in-swinging free kick here by Chadha. Running over to take this potentially is Beeson, and it looks like they'll interchange as well. It'll be taken by Beeson on his left foot. So very much an in-swinger. 2 in the wall for Southern California. Christensen off of his line. Lots of space for Tanner Beeson. Crosses it in. Bounces around, and Southern California able to clear. Tariq Branch looking to chase it down. And again, he needs to really step up his game, but they need to be able to get him some more service if Southern California is going to be a little bit more successful in this second half. Throw in for Southern California, far side, 49th minute. San Francisco 1, San Francisco 3, Southern California 1. 12th game for both of these two sides. They have one upcoming, and for San Francisco, it's a huge one on Thursday, the San Francisco Derby against the San Francisco Glens. Pinging the ball about around the back line as Taiki Kajitani spreads the ball to the feet of McCabe, who goes all the way back from the right to the left. Ben Burns wins back possession for Southern California. SF City with some pressure. The ball all the way up in the air, looking for Branch. Branch versus Kajitani. Kajitani with a little bit of an infringement there, so the referee calls a foul. Southern California, a little bit of breathing room. Send some numbers up the field to see if they can get something from this. A switch of the field by Derek Waldeck for Riley Waldeck. And it ends up with an SF City counterattack. Tomazawa, Ryder Bell out to his left. Tomazawa for Ryder Bell on the left. Ryder Bell back into the area for Tomazawa. And a challenge just at the last minute there by Riley Waldeck, conceding a quarter here in the 50th minute. Just played 5 minutes into the second half. And SF City looking like they could score a few more. Chada to take this corner kick. Again, in swinging from Chada, right-footed from the far side corner flag. Wind not too much of an issue, but the wind is with SF City in this half. Chada goes off of the foot of Mark Joshua and cleared away by Southern California for an SF City throw. Fans, did you know that SF City is owned by its fans? Become a member today, and you can be part of this too. Log on to sfcityfc.com to join hundreds of soccer fans across the world, helping grow the game of soccer in San Francisco. Southern California looking to clear their lines. They finally do down the left side, but kept in by Partida. And it looks like there's going to be a throw on the far side as well. Patty Coyne, head coach of San Francisco City FC, must be very, very happy with this so far. Again, the results haven't gone their way in the beginning of the year. They weren't able to get a win until their 7th game. This is Mendoza. Out wide right to McCabe, who has been a revelation today, the first goal of this game, and then setting up the second, all from the right back spot. And in this 4-3-3 system, Patty Coyne obviously loving his fullbacks to get up, both Beeson and McCabe exchanging a bunch of 1-2s in the final third with the front three to make that happen. And then it was his idea to get into the final third, exchange a couple passes, and square the ball up to Partida, whose strike was just absolutely magnificent. Southern California with possession on the turn. It's Jose Garfias, and they really need him again to step up as well. He's a central midfielder that has a lot of creative prowess to him. The Southern California side won this game last year, 1 year ago in San Francisco. Now a great diagonal for Tomazawa, bearing down on goal by himself onto his right foot. Tomazawa, and he scores for SF City FC. Well, it was coming for a while for Kei Tomazawa, the Stanford man. Lots of hard work on the wing today. San Francisco 4, Southern California 1. It was a quick counterattack. Southern California sent so many numbers forward. A quick diagonal from the right back position over the top centrally. And a little overlap on that left side by Kei Tomazawa by himself onto his right foot. And San Francisco firmly in a commanding lead now in this second half. This is Waldeck out to the left for one of his teammates. Garfias gets a touch, and now Southern California pinging the ball around nicely, building up out of the back and trying to move forward. Over the center line is Waldeck for his brother, Riley Waldeck. Could play a game of Name Your Waldeck, almost kind of like a Name Your Molina series. Throw in on the far side for SF City FC, just in front of the Northsiders, who again have been really loud today, creating an awesome atmosphere for everyone involved here at Kezar Stadium. Fans, follow SF City FC on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get the daily scoop on club happenings by following SF City on handles at SF City FC, all one word. Once again, at SF City FC, all one word. The ball sprung into the Southern California final third here, and it results in a goal kick for Daniel Christensen. SF City with a 3-goal lead. They have a chance to move up and join Southern California on 13 points today. And of course, they will leapfrog their intercity rivals, San Francisco Glens, by 1 point. Either San Francisco Glens or SF City does have a chance to finish rock bottom of this division. And so I'm sure both sides would like to see if they can get a result on Thursday. So today's result, if it holds, would set up really a grandstand finish between the two clubs. That's why the world's game and soccer is so important and influential. A quick intercity rival, and then a small difference of 1 point in the conference can make a huge deal between 8th and 9th. Not like we're playing for U.S. Open Cup spots or Champions League places here, but at the same time, Glens fans will be fired up for it. The Glens players will be fired up for it. A lot of these Glens players and San Francisco City FC players will be fired up for it. That game coming to you on Thursday on the Bay Area Online Sports Network as well. Throw in for Southern California here in front of their bench in the San Francisco final third. Taken by Malik Shahid, who scored the response to SF City's opening goal. Overlapping run by Dakota Lobsinger, and he doesn't get his cross down in the 56th minute. San Francisco 4, Southern California 1. SF City is thrilled to have MoviePass as the title partner for the 2018 season. Love movies? Sign up for MoviePass now and see a new movie a day for only $9.95 a month. MoviePass, title sponsor of SF City FC. This is Ryder Bell in the Southern California final third, on for Chata, who maybe tries to be a little too cute with getting back possession, try to find one of his teammates, and Partida is able to help him out, but the referee does see an infringement, and so there'll be a restart for Southern California in the 57th minute. Appreciate you joining us here on a nice Sunday afternoon, wherever you are across the country or around the world. Appreciate you tuning in to this broadcast as always. And thanks for helping to grow the game of soccer in this country by doing that, by tuning in today. That's exactly what you do. So appreciate your patronage here. Throw in on the far side for Southern California in the San Francisco defensive third. And the offside flag is raised on Tariq Branch. Free kick, some breathing room, and a restart for SF City in the 58th minute. Today, a day that wind really isn't bothering the two sides. Of course, the wind gently blows in from the Pacific Ocean, and from our broadcast position, we're exactly 3 miles away from the Pacific Ocean. You just take Lincoln Avenue all the way down to 48th Avenue from where we are now. And so there's always that light breeze, but today it's not too heavy and not affecting too much. Mendoza in the Southern California half. Out wide left for Beeson. San Francisco controlling. Partida and Beeson combining. A couple of passes here. Partida in a bit of trouble, and Beeson is able to switch the field through Robert Hines II. Hines with another touch. Finds the feet of Mark Joshua, who comes all the way back out of a number 10 position, an attacking midfield position to help out. As you can tell, Partida a little bit fatigued with that. Now ball over the top, but it's dealt with, though, by Ben Burns, who was able to dip his shoulder in and beat Ashish Chata. It was challenging him a bit. 59th minute, San Francisco 4, Southern California 1. Beeson loses out a tackle to Malik Shahid. Sure, he's not too pleased with that. This is Tariq Branch now, who switches the field from the center to the left for the overlapping run of Dakota Lobsinger, excuse me. And he loses out to Mark Joshua. Mark Joshua, who had Partida and Chata making almost the same run. Those two center mids just want to get up the field. They want to make a difference. Now, speaking of getting up the field, Beeson all the way at the corner flag. And it's going to go ahead and be a throw-in for San Francisco in the Southern California defensive third. '60th minute now. We've played an hour. We've got about a half hour to go in this Southwest Division matchup between these two sides. Again, Southern California won the opening fixture as the ball bounces around inside their 18. They're looking to clear. They can't. Finally, they do. Top of the 18 is Partida, who switches the field to the right for McCabe. McCabe asking for the 1-2, or his teammates were asking for the 1-2. I could hear it from our broadcast position. And throw in for SF City just around the center line. Looks like a Southern California player is down on the ground, and it appears to be Malik Shaheed. And he's back up on his feet. Small break here. No need for a water break, but I definitely endorse that. As always, those are important. And we've seen them in previous World Cups and in big matches, the referee stopping a match for a water break. But a couple of changes here for the Seahorses. Elmer Wera and Kaylee Powens now in the match here for Southern California. Oh, Kaylee Powens, Elmer Wera in the match now. And excuse me, I pronounced that name wrong. Powers, not Powens. As the ball sails over the bar off of the restart by Mark Joshua. Robert Hines all the way back to his goalkeeper, Charlie Fuhrer. Partida switching the field nicely to McCabe on the right. McCabe's first touch, brilliant. Finds Mark Joshua, who finds Partida. Running through the middle is Chata. He wanted it. Not given, though. On here for Kei Tamazawa, who just scored the last goal for SF City. Hungry for more. Tamazawa picks the ball up off of his pass that didn't go anywhere. And off to Beeson, who crosses the ball in. Right up in the air. And on here for Kaylee Powers. Free kick now for SF City in a favorable position for Ashish Chata, who I know would love to score today because a couple of weeks ago he scored a absolute screamer from a free kick when SF City was having a difficult time. Behind the ball is Chata. 3 in the wall. Chata, nice chip over the top for Hines. And Hines' header just misses out wide. Robert Hines the second. I'm sure he wouldn't mind a goal as well today. So comfortable in the back line. One of the vocal leaders. The fans absolutely love his presence back there. And what's funny is Robert Hines, 2 years ago, was playing for an SF City rival, the Las Vegas Mobsters. That doesn't exist anymore, now defunct team, but here comes Southern California. On the counterattack on the right side, looking to cross the ball in. And a foul just outside the 18 or so by Beeson. And so it's going to be in a nice position for Southern California here in the 65th minute. Again, San Francisco 4, Southern California 1. Another substitution coming here for Southern California. Tyrone Martin now in the match. Almost like a corner. It's an in-swinger, and it's, in the back of the net. And I believe it is Tariq Branch with the goal. His second of this game, it is. He blesses himself. And he has been an attacking threat that I've been talking about on this broadcast. But Tariq Branch at the near post, heads home, hit the underside of the bar and went in. Another great goal by Tariq Branch. Excuse me, it was Branch's cross that led to the first goal for Southern California, and now he scores. And again, he has been a bright spot for the Seahorses today. So Southern California with a little bit of a foothold. Is there more, though? If you kind of figure they maybe get a third, it could really set up quite the finish here. But if the third isn't taken care of here in the next 15 minutes or so, not sure if it's going to come. But who knows? Things can change quickly on a dime, and I know a lot of folks have been talking about this World Cup being the best World Cup ever and all this other jazz, but football is football, and we love the game because things can change on a dime, and any team can beat any team on any given day, and that's really the beauty of this whole thing. Now, a free kick just where Southern California took their last one, just 5 yards inward as Beeson had another foul here. So another golden opportunity for Southern California to get another one here. It's a quick in-swinger. It's into the area. Führer comes out, and somebody was impeded there, and so the referee signals for a foul. So a little bit of breathing room and space. Southern California with a nice little attacking foray there, kind of creating something out of nothing off of the goal again, wanting to continue their momentum. And they've got a couple of miles per hour wind pickup in their sails, if you know what I mean, in this last little bit. The momentum on their side, quite clearly the adrenaline rushing there. Now Mendoza on the end line for SF City, working his way through and then cleared away. So too there is Chada. Chada for Mendoza on the right sideline. Mendoza, very nice in the 1v1 to the end line. Mendoza's cross. And it's met with, though, at the top of the 18, Partida with too much of a heavy touch. Brought down by Chada, who's working from the right to the left for Beeson now. Beeson for Ryder Bell. Ryder Bell back to goal. Can't get a shot off. Cleared away, though, here by Southern California and Elmer Guerra. Here comes Southern California on the break. Through the feet of Kaylee Powers on the right. Beeson's got to be careful not to get booked here because he's conceded 2 free kicks right on the edge of his area. One back by Kei Tamazawa, his college teammate. Tamazawa on for Ryder Bell. Can he get there? And saved by the goalkeeper as Ryder Bell was able to get this a little bit of a touch to that one. It looks like the referee's going to bring this one back and maybe give somebody a yellow card here. He's given a yellow card to Robert Hines, maybe for some dissent. So Hines booked, and now a corner for SF City FC. Amato Lozano now in the match for San Francisco as well. Here in the 69th minute. Things getting just a little bit spicier than they were before. Chada, the in-swinger, and headed away at the near post. Lozano falls and slips. And Isaac Amaya, who's in the match as well now for Southern California, loses out to Kei Tamazawa on the left side, but his teammates help him out. Southern California with possession through the feet of Tariq Branch. Branch operating 1v1 versus Taiki Kajitani, and Kajitani, all he can do there is really foul Branch in a professional way, the most professional way. The referee may stop this for a yellow card, shoulder to shoulder, but Branch was kind of trying to wriggle his way through Kajitani. And as you know, as I've been speaking about, the pace of Branch is off the charts today. He's quite clearly the fastest man on this field. And I know the Northsiders do little long jumps and things like that in the sandpit after, but with that being said, Tariq Branch is the guy. No yellow card. Free kick here to Southern California. Taken by Derek Waldeck. Excuse me, Riley Waldeck. Change that one more time. Derek Waldeck. And Southern California winning back possession through the feet of Ari Claro, who's been playing at the left back spot today. Claro with some time and space in front of him. Finally finds Derek Waldeck, whose ball over the top is met with by the goalkeeper, Charlie Fuhrer. 70th minute. San Francisco 4, Southern California 2. Just around 20 minutes or so to go. And McCabe, as he gets down that right side, he's met with, though, by Derek Waldeck. Just looking to find one of his teammates in Elmer Guerra, the substitute. McCabe's ball over the top, looking for Mendoza. And one back by Claro. Bell for San Francisco in the Southern California half. Able to recover through Dakota Lobsinger, who's fouled. So a bit of a restart. Behind the ball is Claro. San Francisco City FC proud to partner with Hostling International for the 2018 season. Hostling International believes that exploration and travel lead to a better understanding of other cultures and in turn creates a peaceful, smarter, and more tolerant world. This has been Hostling International's motto for almost 100 years. San Francisco and Hostling International. Ball's with Derek Waldeck, who sprays it from the central midfield channel over to the left side. He was looking for Kaylee Power. Could not find him. A bit of football ping pong here and brought down by Tamazawa on the left sideline. Finds his college teammate Beeson. Beeson's ball over the top looking for Ryder Bell. Ryder Bell is able to get there. Ryder Bell onto his right foot. Now to his left foot. Ryder Bell still in the area. Ryder Bell rounds the goalkeeper. Ryder Bell chips him. And a save made by Daniel Christensen. Well, Ryder Bell just wouldn't stop there. Can tell he would love to add to his goal tally for San Francisco this summer. The North Carolinian, who plays at the College of William and Mary, and scored against the San Francisco Glens in San Francisco's first victory about 6 months ago. And first victory of the season is what I mean. But he's a player that really doesn't quit. Great work ethic. Rounded the goalkeeper, tried to chip him. Looked for the brilliance there. Wasn't able to find it. Ashish Chadha off of the corner kick. And Ryder Bell with a high boot there. So referee signals for a restart. Plenty of substitutions and substitutes warming up for SF City on the far side. See if we see any of them this afternoon. Waldeck with possession through central midfield. His ball very direct, looking for Elmer Guerra. Cut out, though, by San Francisco. And Ashish Chadha laid off here. Wonderful run here by Partida outside the box. Partida looking for Chadha and cleared away. Isaac Amaya with possession. Finds Guerra. Guerra out wide for the overlapping run of Dakota Lobsinger. Lobsinger's ball. A nice one back for Guerra on the left. Wants it on his right foot, though. And finds Tariq Branch. Tariq Branch almost at the end line. Operating back onto his right foot inside the 18. Defended well by Hines. Branch trying to run past Hines and chips it up. The goalkeeper makes a bit of a mistake. Charlie Fuhrer bundled it just a tad and was able to recover. Well, Fuhrer just missed catching that ball off of the cross off the end line. And now he has possession and looks forward to moving his side down the field. Sean Bowman getting ready to enter this game for SF City. Crossed in from the right back spot in the 75th minute. San Francisco 4, Southern California 2. Waldeck looking to find the return run of Isaac Amaya. Lobsinger on the left. Inside the San Francisco defensive third. Lobsinger finds his way all the way through. Lines it up. Waldeck looking to take a shot, and it wasn't taken quick enough for Southern California. Mendoza for Jonathan Partida. Partida slips and falls down as he was fouled by Ben Burns. And the fans want a card. You can clearly hear that. Victor Romero going to make his San Francisco City FC debut as well, as Gerardo Mendoza is withdrawn for Sean Bowman. Here in the 76th minute, San Francisco 4, Southern California 2. And again, what a wonderful day here in San Francisco. You don't get a chance to see the weather this nice and this tame and this chill for this wonderful game. I'm not sure if that rhymed, but clearly it did, and it was some weird haiku poem thing that I usually say, but thank you for following for the meantime. Now back to the football. 77th minute. Chana in central midfield switches it into the feet of Barry McCabe. McCabe looks up. He finds Ryder Bell at the top of the 18. His back is to goal. Bell for Amado Lozano, a substitute, lining up for Partida. Partida exchanging a 1-2 with Kei Tamazawa. Tamazawa, very active today, finally did get his goal earlier in this half. Ryder Bell winning back possession, though, for SF City. And on for Partida, who's got the overlapping Chada. Chada onto his right foot, not the best first touch. And now Southern California a chance to break. They've got Tariq Branch centrally, and Wera onto the right. Wera by himself, the offside flag is raised. Good stuff that by the SF City backline, because Wera was off to the races there. Correct offside decision there by the assistant referee on the far side. Some time and some breathing space again for Charlie Fuhrer, pushing his side up the field. Victor Romero set to come on for SF City. And a free kick now for SF City as Amado Lozano was pushed in the back by Derek Waldeck. And there's 3 and now 2 behind the ball for SF City. Chada behind the ball, 4 in the wall. Chada, nice little chip for Sean Bowman, and it's over the bar. Sean Bowman scored 12 goals last year for USF. Got his team into the second round. Lost to Louisville with about 15 minutes to go in the NCAA tournament. USF's first tournament in 9 years. He'll have 1 more year left of eligibility. Just a pure goal scorer, Sean Bowman. And he fouls Ari Claro on the left side. But Sean should be ready for the 2018 collegiate soccer season, a very similar season to this PDL season where there's all these games a Friday, Sunday, or a Thursday, Saturday type of ordeal. And so I usually speak about it when I'm commentating college soccer, but it's a tough thing to put together, when you're 18 to 22 years old. You're playing a lot of these intense games, especially when they go to overtime potentially, and when there's no winner. And there's certainly a movement to maybe move college soccer to have 10 or 15 games in the fall or 10 or 15 games in the spring and kind of make it a full 25-game season in that regard. College soccer, of course, beginning the last week of August, but some of their sides all get together on August 1st or right after to get going. And that's really why Stanford has won 3 back-to-back-to-back national championships, is because Coach Jeremy Gunn has really got his Stanford side in top fitness, in top form for every season. It really is about fitness level and maintaining that throughout the year, not getting too tired throughout games, and kind of just managing, if you're a college soccer coach, to be able to manage minutes. College soccer rosters, of course, are pretty big. And so it's just about maintaining that, even if you have a first 11, but also being able to make sure that your side's able to get results, but not completely burning the players out. 81st minute, San Francisco 4, Southern California 2 here at Kezar Stadium. Ball on the right side for Southern California in the San Francisco final third. A nice switch of the field here. Lined up on for Tyrone Martin, and his shot was blocked. Here comes SF City through the feet of Partida, who's got Chata in front of him. He's got Sean Bowman on the right, too. Chata with his shot over the bar. Ashish Chata. And San Francisco on the break with an excellent opportunity to make that 5. 82nd minute, though. 4-2 in favor of San Francisco. Ball in central midfield for Southern California. Stolen, though, by Chata and Partida. Combination of those two have been absolutely superb today. Partida back to Taiki Kajitani. Kajitani and Rob Hines, the center back combination today, has been pretty effective as well. Kajitani, who was in and out of this side, very much in the beginning of the year, then very much out in the middle of the season, and now back in the side. The SF State man can play at left back or at center back. Throw in for Southern California. Taken on here by Derek Waldeck. Over to the right side for Ray Estrada. Ray Estrada's ball, not the best. Now all the way through here for Tariq Branch. Branch had the ball at his feet, and he was moving at a million miles a minute, and it was kind of just stolen away at the last moment. Otherwise, he would have been through and off to the races once more. Ben Burns all the way back to his goalkeeper, Christensen. Christensen, not the best distribution out of the back. Finds Sean Bowman. Sean Bowman on the right. Brought down by McCabe. McCabe's diagonal hits the face of Lopsinger. It's going to be a throw-in for SF City. SF City thrilled to have MoviePass as the title partner for the 2018 season. Love movies? Sign up for MoviePass now and see a new movie for only $9.95 a month. Ball all the way back with goalkeeper Christensen. His clearance down the field kind of meets the wind. As I had said before, the wind is traveling from the west to the east from the Pacific Ocean, and so it kind of hangs up before it gets to central midfield. 84th minute now. Throw in, far side, Southern California Seahorses. And if you just kind of take a look at the standings here, SF City will be on 13 points. They'll leapfrog the San Francisco Glens, but they'll still be behind Southern California Seahorses because of the goal differential. Southern California will have a -5 goal differential. SF City FC, they'll have a -9 goal differential. But again, a chance to finish the season strong, and that's what it's all about. Now, Ryder Bell to the end line. Ryder Bell tries to chip the goalkeeper again from the end line, and it goes over. Just coming up on around 5 minutes to go now. Here at Kezar Stadium on a marvelous occasion. The last Sunday match for SF City, last weekend game. Have a midweek fixture on Thursday evening against the San Francisco Glens. And Ashish Chadha is withdrawn for Halil Bejai for SF City. They'll play in the back line. Bejai. Looks like Coach Patty Coyne may have gone to a 3-5-2. And indeed he has. So the two outside backs will kind of get up, and there'll be three center backs. Just three in central midfield and two strikers. But it also can be very confusing if you're not seeing it in front of you and you're seeing it from my vantage point. This is Partida. Partida for Bejai, out wide right to Sean Bowman, breaking onto his left foot now, and finds Robert Hines. Hines, centrally, looking for debutant Victor Romero, who's now on the field for SF City. Southern California trying to throw all their numbers forward. Offside flag raised. Diagonal looking for Tariq Branch. Results in a quick free kick for SF City. With a personal loan from Freedom Plus, you could score any goal, from paying off credit card debt to financing a home renovation. Flexible terms on fixed-rate loans up to $35,000 are available now. Find out how much you could qualify for. Visit freedomplus.com to get your free no-risk quote. Freedom Plus, A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and a proud supporter of SF City FC. Free kick now for San Francisco, going to be taken by McCabe here in the 87th minute. Not a ton of time for Southern California to see if they can try to get back into this one. San Francisco very much in control from the off. Waldeck looking to work the ball down the field. Finally finds Ray Estrada at the right back position, who just hoofs it long for Tariq Branch, who does win the first ball. Off to Wera, and then to the right side. Back into the feet of Derek Waldeck. Try to chip in Lomsinger. Halil Bejai, Sean Bowman is there. Down the right side for Barry McCabe. Great run by Barry McCabe down the right side. Looking for Amado Lozano. Now, a quick mistake by Bejai leads to a shot by Branch in the final third, and Branch's shot doesn't get all the way through, and I know that meant something to him there. As you can tell, his body language not too positive about that one, but he has been the bright spot for this Southern California team going forward. It is a little bit disappointing that the service towards him today has not been bang on or a little bit more crystal clear for him to get on the ball. But every time he has been dangerous, and he has made something happen. This is Ryder Bell for San Francisco, just outside the 18. And he's pulled down to the ground by Derek Waldeck, who pulls him back down to the ground. Good shoulder-to-shoulder challenge by those two, grabbing onto one another, but no call, says the referee. Partida on for Bowman. Bowman, space opens up for Amado Lozano, who plays Tanner Beeson. 89th minute, Beeson's cross for Sean Bowman, and it's just wide. Opening by himself, Sean Bowman. I know he'd love to have a goal before his own season starts. But not today. Stephen Doherty and Sam Moles about to make appearances for SF City here in the 90th minute. Sam Moles will take the place of Barry McCabe. Stephen Doherty on here now for Ryder Bell. Goal kick for Southern California in the last few minutes of this match. Just in the last minute, and we'll have a tiny bit of stoppage time. Bowman on the left, chasing Tariq Branch. That's all the way back at his back line. Kind of a strange place to see a center forward at a right back position deep in their own half. But hey, why not help out the rest of your defensive back line in making things happen? Branch on the right side now. Closed down, though, by Partida. Looking to clear his line as Ben Burns. He finally does. And finally falls to the feet of Derek Waldeck, who's upended just around central midfield. 4 goals today for SF City. A lot to cheer about if you're a Northsider or an SF City supporter or SF City member. And why not? Charlie Fuhrer grasping the ball as the ball kind of bounced to him off of the knockdown. And the fog and the smoke going off in the Northsider section, as always. And the fog comes rolling in is the chant, as always. An original song by the Northsiders as Lobsinger shepherds the ball. And collecting is Christensen. Christensen down the field finds Sam Moles, who just chips the ball for Lozano. Again, we're in stoppage time here. Not too much left in this match as Sean Bowman gets upended. And a gnarly knock there by Sean Bowman, rolling around, grabbing his ankle. Bowman needing help up by one of his teammates. Both his teammate and a Southern California Seahorse in Lobsinger help him up there. Sam Moles for Sean Bowman. Partida for Bejai. Just a couple of passes here. Can't be a ton of stoppage time left in this game. Wera on here for Tyrone Martin that was just not on the same page. Martin was going one way and Wera was going the other. Long ball down the field. Can Sean Bowman get there? Can he get to the end line? He does. He's able to keep it in and collected by the goalkeeper in Christensen. And the whistle blows here at Kezar Stadium. It is another 3 points for San Francisco today. It got started right from the beginning, right from the off. The first goal scored by Barry McCabe. It was a couple 1-2s as he made an adventurous run from the right back spot into the final third, exchanging some passes. A couple of 1-2s, and then boom, right in the back of the net. Only to be answered, though, a minute and a half by Malik Shahid. The ball was sprung all the way to the right corner flag for Tariq Branch, who beat his man, and he crossed the ball in. Robert Hines II slipped, kind of missed his footing. It was brought down by Derek Waldeck that laid off for Malik Shahid. But right after that, SF City was able to get into gear, continuing to create chances. And it was Barry McCabe, once more, the captain today, that created some space down the right side, all the way into the 18, all the way into the final third of Southern California. He made a mess of it on the right side and created a lot of attention to square the ball up centrally for Jonathan Partida, whose wonder strike was really, really special indeed from distance. After that, Gerardo Mendoza was able to pick the ball up off of a Southern California mistake in the back line. Ari Claro gave the ball away, and Mendoza, all he had to do was just neatly finish on a small breakaway. And right after halftime, it was a goal by Kei Tomazawa for SF City as they continued to attack in waves. A nice little overlap on the left side led to his goal. couldn't say it wasn't coming because he was really, really energetic and special today. However, Southern California had one final answer as they won 2 free kicks in succession, kind of near the corner flag, almost right inside the 18, but just outside the 18 on the left. An in-swinging corner by Derek Waldeck led to a header off of the bar, a thumping one by Tariq Branch. And so that's where things stood after that. San Francisco 4, Southern California 2. San Francisco wins the reverse fixture here at home after falling to Southern California earlier on the year, just 2 months ago, 2-0 down south. So San Francisco, they're on 13 points now. They're tied with Southern California. They're off of the foot of the table. San Francisco Glens, a intercity rival, just below them. And guess what? On Thursday, those two teams will have the chance to duke it out, potentially for who gets to finish 8th and who gets to finish 9th or rock bottom in the conference. That is a 7 p.m. kickoff. We'll have that one for you here on the Bay Area Online Sports Network. You can continue to tune to YouTube and sfcityfc.com. My name is Charles Wollin. You can find me on Twitter at cwollin, CWOLLIN. Appreciate you sharing your Sunday with us, with all this World Cup stuff and all this Summer of Soccer stuff and the 41st year and anniversary of the Summer of Love here in this kind of historic district of San Francisco, Haight-Ashbury. Please come on down. Our assistant producer today and my friend Arthur Wilkie got to take in this final second half with me, a UCSB student that is plying his trade and is going to work his way up the broadcasting ladder very soon. Got a chance to hang out with us today, so big shout out to him as well. So, from San Francisco, on a wonderful Sunday afternoon, the final score is San Francisco 4, Southern California 2. You have a great rest of your day, and thanks for tuning in and helping to grow the game of soccer in this country, the United States of America, by tuning into this broadcast. That's exactly what you do. Goodbye.